they're still trying to figure it out, he said. We can't really work on their problems until they tell us, these are the problems we want people to work on. It's a similar weight for hundreds of other companies, ranging from aerospace giants to the most specialized of subcontractors, many of whom are at the annual space industry event. Last month though, the administration of President Donald Trump said it was speeding up that timetable by a full 4 years, throwing NASA into overdrive. Boeing, the prime contractor, is years behind and isn't certain it will be ready for its first test flight, without humans, in 2020. At its booth, the U.S. aerospace giant had relegated a model of the SLS to a corner. Europeans await anxiously. Lockheed Martin has proudly displayed a life-size model of the Orion outside the conference hall. Sierra Nevada Corporation envisions an inflatable space habitat to house the astronauts while in moon orbit. At this stage, the company does not know when NASA wants it delivered. Kimberly Schwant, a spokeswoman for the company, is unperturbed. Whatever NASA decides for the timetable, we are ready and willing, she said at the company's booth. Europeans are also here in large numbers and ready to pitch in with a communications module. Technically, we know that we can do it, said Johan Dietrich Warner, Director General of the European Space Agency, ESA. And we hope that we can do it in time. It depends a little bit also on the calendar of the Americans, Warner said. Loosen NASA bureaucracy, the most urgent priority, according to industry executives, is for NASA to come up with the full requirements for the lander that would take the astronauts from the gateway to the moon. Some of the more experienced firms caution that it may already be too late to build one in keeping with the accelerated timetable. We need to be bending metal next year, which means tooling already has to be in-house, said Rob Chambers, Director of Human Space Exploration Strategy at Lockheed Martin Space. And I hope somebody ordered a bunch of aluminium. Others warned that NASA will need to loosen its legendary bureaucracy to move things ahead. Just to give you an example, on the Orion program we have 400 regularly scheduled meetings a week between the NASA team and the Lockheed Martin team, Haas said. Does that speak urgency to you? Another issue is spacesuits. If you're going to do something on the moon, you need spacesuits, said the Aerospace Corporation's Dean Epler, who has spent 20 years testing prototypes. The current calendar calls for delivery of a new spacesuit prototype to NASA in 2023, for testing.